Howdy everyone and welcome back. Today we are geeking out over some lock picking and lock picking tools. This is a jackknife is what they call it that I got from lockpicktools.com. And think of this as like the multi-tool of the locksmith and like lock picking world. So essentially it is just a plastic body with a little clip here. And one of the things I really like about it is it's really small and compact, 3 inches wide, less than an inch in height, and it's really lightweight, so it just kind of disappears into my kit. So first thing is, this is the tension bar, the key tension bar, just kind of a generic size. And then there are a whole bunch of different tools here. Get them displayed for you. So I've got 7 different tools. Got a couple rakes, got a couple hooks, and these are, I think, 0.02 is their thickness on each one of these. So a variety of different options depending on what you're working on. I really love how simple this is. It's just like a screw to tighten and loosen. So to loosen, you go this way, you pick out your tool, pick out this rake, and voila, you're ready to go, just like that. So before I do a demo with this, I just want to explain to you how these locks work and kind of what's going on. You know, part of the most common locks you're going to come across are Quickset and Schley, whether it's residential or commercial. You know, and even these like padlocks are kind of the same method how they function. So here is kind of a clear acrylic see-through, and you can see the keys are cut with different notches corresponding to different heights. And so inside the tube, this is the cylinder, inside the cylinder here, there are these pins that drop down into the cylinder and that match up correspondingly. The tumblers match up with where they're cut with the key, and it allows you to move your lock. So you can see that when they match up perfectly, it's almost like a shear line where they're perfectly smooth, and that you're able to move your cylinder inside of this lock mechanism. So when you take it out, you know, it locks up, not able to do it, but when everything is matched up right, they'll like shear perfectly and you'll be able to move your lock. So this is my attempt to kind of have a better visual understanding of what's going on. So imagine this as like the tube and cylinder, and you have these springs pushing all these tumblers down. So there's actually two tumblers, and you can see these right here are all different sizes, different lengths, and these are what corresponds to the notches in your key. So depending on what tumblers are installed in your lock will determine where these are cut on your key. And so whenever we're lock picking, essentially what we're doing is we are attempting to push all of these tumblers to the right level so they line up perfectly with each other. Everything's flat and flush in this tumbler so that we can turn it and move the lock. Now, just to show you really how simple and easy this can be, I've got my rake here I'm going to use, and I've got my tension bar, and all you do is you just slide your tension bar in and you apply a little bit of pressure. And this is what I've found to be the most difficult, is just getting the feel for it and figuring out, how much pressure do I need to apply. Next, I'm just taking my rake and sliding it in. You can even see the tumblers. Try to get a good view here. I just kind of am working the rake back and forth with a little bit of pressure. And bam, there we go. You can see I have gotten all those tumblers to go. I will say that this is like incredibly easy to pick. I think it's a mix of it being clear through, and then also like the tolerances are not very tight. I mean, I've successfully picked the lock on my house using this tool. It takes practice. It takes practice developing that feel and touch, but I think this is an incredibly useful tool. It takes up virtually no space, and I mean, no pun intended, it can open up doors for you. So I think it's an important, valuable piece of kit to have. I'd love to hear y'all's take on if you guys have considered adding lockpick tools into your kit and what your thoughts are on it. Give me a shout in the comments, and we will see you guys next time.